Can now actually cross to a polling station. Selina Sykes is in eastern Paris. Selina, you just heard the abstention figure. You just spent a large part of your Sunday in the 20th arrondissement. Tell us if people did come to vote or decided to do something else.
So, Mark, right now we're seeing very few last-minute voters here in the 20th arrondissement in northeast Paris, but we have seen a steady stream of voters here from this afternoon, a particular surge in the afternoon after lunchtime. This polling station in the northeast, in the northeast of the French capital, is home to a very diverse community. It also gave most of its votes to far-left candidate Jean-Luc Mélenchon in the first round. This polling station also had the highest turnout rate in the area in the first round at 77%, slightly above the national average. Officials told us just before 7 p.m. that this stood at 71% just before 7 p.m. So a drop here also as things stand. And obviously this is the big question in the second round, the turnout rate and how many people will not come to cast their ballots today. And with just an hour to go, officials say that anybody who makes it here by 8 p.m. will get to cast their ballots.
Selina Sykes, thank you very much.
Léon Chamboncel, at 8:01 p.m., does the abstention rate matter?
I guess it does. It does for several reasons. And the first of all, I can tell it's a warning. It's a warning for our democracy. It means that the way we express ourselves as citizens today doesn't really match with the expression of a population, of the people. When you were talking about young people, what I see, because I do work with a lot of young people, and I can't say that they're not interested in politics anymore. I cannot say they don't have a political behavior. They do have a political behavior, but it's way different from the generations before. And instead of just going to vote, which is for them a very insignificant way of acting, they will protest, they will get involved into some organization, they will try to convince people to have a different behavior. I know lots of people that actually do not go on flights anymore because they consider that it's very bad for the environment, and they have a very important political behavior. But the way our institution works today doesn't match their need, doesn't match their will. And I think this is a real warning for what do we want and how do we want people to be active citizens in our democracy today.
So, but if you're talking about young people, if young people don't go out to vote because they don't identify with the candidates, does that mean they're putting Emmanuel Macron and the far right's Marine Le Pen on the same level?
Well, I guess there is, first of all, we need to see the results within every age category. And so far, it's a bit early, I guess, to pretend that it's young people that haven't been voting today. We need to wait and see what are the real results and the trends. I think you're right when you say that they do not identify, but far from not identifying and not having the feeling of being represented in the Élysée, but also at the National Assembly, because it's a reality. We have this coming up election soon in June, and we need to have a very close. I'll keep an eye on this too. It's going to be very interesting. I really believe that it's more in the exercise of voting, because a lot of people being expressed in themselves, like today, a lot of people, in fact, decided to cast a blank vote. And also, a lot of people decided not to go to vote. And a lot of people have been voting Macron, as a default vote. And it's not a choice, it's not like they don't go with a lot of enthusiasm.
They're holding their nose as they vote.
Exactly. They've been voting, and it's been like that, not just for young people, like for a lot of left-wing voters that have been voting against someone rather than for someone.
We're watching live images from the 8th arrondissement of Paris, where there are citizens in that last 47 minutes casting their ballots, Mark.